Shut a knife in my back, shut an arrow in me. Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy? Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. What's up, YouTube? Oh my gosh, for a minute I thought that back here, you see that little thing right there, like looking into the camera, I thought it was an animal, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I schizophrenic? I don't have an animal, like I don't have pets. I was about to freak out. Oh my god, what is a dog doing in my bedroom? As you can tell by the title, this is reasons each zodiac sign gets taken advantage of. And in the description box below will be the timestamps for each sign if you do not have the patience to watch me talk about each zodiac sign. If you just want to go straight to your sign or your boyfriend's sign or whoever's sign, click that in the timestamp. So Aries, the reason why Aries gets taken advantage of is because Aries are natural protectors and natural providers. And sometimes Aries can get to a point where they want to take care of everybody else to a point where they forget to take care of themselves. So they can sometimes neglect themselves by accident. And this is kind of ironic for Aries' reputation. You know, Aries get this reputation of being self-absorbed and self-centered and they only care about themselves, but that's just not, it's not always the case, you know? And a lot of times it's not the case. Aries can be very empathetic and very compassionate and very caring and very giving, just like any other sign, you know? And Aries, when they do give, they give it in like big, grand ways. You know what I'm saying? Like Aries is not going to half-ass give you love, not gonna half-ass give you, you know, the things that you need. They're gonna completely give you everything that you need and more. So, you know, they can get taken advantage of because people kind of always expect for them to take care of them. You know, people always expect for them to provide. You know, Aries are natural protectors, natural providers, and they're always gonna have your back. You know, Aries love to stick up for the underdog, you know, the people that are small and weak and are bullied. You know, Aries loves to stick up for those type of people. So, you know, they can get taken advantage of because people will expect for them to be there for them, you know? And Aries, they are super duper loyal, you know? Like Aries does, like I've seen that Aries kind of have a bad reputation because a lot of people feel like the Aries are going to be impatient and hard to deal with and yada, yada, yada. But I always feel like one of the most misunderstood signs is Aries, along with Aquarius. And, you know, Scorpio and Gemini, I do feel is misunderstood, but I feel like that when it comes to Aries, people have this kind of negative mindset about Aries a lot of the times, you know, that they're, you know, hard to deal with and that they're unreceptive and that they don't listen to you. But Aries people can be very, you know, very good listeners. And, you know, when they want to be. Yes, Aries can be Aries can be very difficult sometimes. And they won't listen if they don't care. But when an Aries really does care, and if they're really feeling it, if they're really feeling you, like they're going to sit down and listen to you, you know? So that's why Aries get taken advantage of, because y'all are natural protectors, especially if y'all are older siblings or, you know, parents. You know, my mother is an Aries, and she's just a natural, you know, caretaker. She's a natural, like, she'll naturally want to provide for her kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if an Aries doesn't do that, then they're going to feel, like their self-esteem will drop if they feel as though they haven't, you know, taken on the necessary role, you know, in life. You know what I'm saying? Whew, I feel like that was a mouthful. I don't know why. And so Aries will kind of have that nagging kind of vibe of like, you got to do it. You got to get a job. You got to do this. You got to do that. And if they don't live up to their standards, which Aries has very high standards and high expectations for themselves, when they don't reach up to that, they feel bad. So that's why people can take advantage, because people can guilt them and be like, you know, Aries, shouldn't you be doing this? Like, you should be doing, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all Aries. Like, I don't know why, but I don't know if it's because my mother's an Aries or what is it, but I just have just a strong weakness for Aries people. Like, maybe it's because Maya Angelou's an Aries too, like Aretha Franklin's an Aries. A lot of great people out here are Aries. So anyways, let's move on to Taurus. Okay, my sign. Yes, so I'm a Taurus sun, right? Also Taurus Mercury, if anybody was curious. But I am not a Taurus moon. I'm a Libra moon, but that's irrelevant. So Taurus people, you know, Taurus people, the reason why, you know, we get taken advantage of is because we do this stupid thing where we give people the benefit of the doubt. We kind of just like, okay, you know, I know they're acting kind of crazy right now, but I know that there's good somewhere deep inside of that person. Somewhere buried beneath all that insanity and psychopathic behavior, they have a really big, beautiful heart. And then Tauruses are kind of like, wait, just wait for it, okay? Just wait for it. Okay, they're gonna show their amazing side anytime now, anytime now. And then we wait and wait and wait and let people, you know, take advantage of us and treat us like crap and bully us. and they have not yet shown that beautiful side that we thought that they were going to show. That's part of the reason why Tauruses get taken advantage of, because we always are kind of we give people too many chances, and we kind of are always waiting for that side to them that we hope that's there. We hope that it's a beautiful side there, and we think, okay, like everybody has a good side to them, right? Like Tauruses are always hopeful that everybody has a good side to them, you know. But honestly, you can't rely on that possibility, because even if they do have a good side, not everybody's going to want to get in touch with that good side, and that is what I have learned as a Taurus. Yeah, another thing I have is that Tauruses, we wait around for people to prove that they are better than what they show. That's what I wrote down. That's very, very true. Okay, Tauruses, we're very sensitive, and we wear our heart on our sleeve. And sometimes we show that sensitive side to the wrong people, you know, by opening up to people or crying to people or just showing our vulnerable emotional side to the wrong people. And then people, you know, take what we say and they use it against us. You know, that typically happens to Taurus people, not just my own self, but also other Tauruses that I've known. Tauruses have a, you know, naturally very giving nature, and they feel that they always need to be there for whoever is in need. Because Tauruses are the type of people that think, well, you know, I gotta treat people the way I want to be treated, you know. So Tauruses, we feel like that if I'm in need and I'm sad, I want somebody to talk to. So Tauruses are always going to be there for you to talk to them. Another thing that I've seen about Tauruses is that sometimes, you know, Tauruses neglect themselves to help other people and to make other people comfortable, you know. And it gets to a point where it's kind of like, okay, Taurus, you done helped Joe, you helped Sally, you helped Susie, now what about yourself? You always need to say that to a Taurus. Yeah, so Geminis. The reason why Geminis get taken advantage of is because Geminis, they're such good listeners, you know, so they always give an ear to people, even if, like, those people wouldn't do the same for them. So that's a main reason why Geminis get taken advantage of, because Geminis will listen to you and let you rant to them, but you know, a lot of times they'll do that for people that won't necessarily listen to them when they have something to say. Geminis naturally just care about what other people have to say because they're the sign of communication. They care about talking. So they want to hear what you have to say. And unfortunately, you know, they're running into people who don't care about what they have to say. And, you know, they're always trying to make connections for people. And their efforts sometimes can go unnoticed. So Geminis are always trying to like break their back to get everybody connected, get everybody into the scene, you know, helping people get successful. You know, they'd be like, hey, I want you to, you know, meet my friend over here. You said that you're really into, you know, acting, right? So my friend over here is a producer, right? Let's just get y'all working together. So Gemini is always trying to get people into the scene and trying to connect everybody, but that may not always go noticed. You know, some people may not realize that Geminis are actually giving this much effort. They may look at it a wrong way and think that Geminis are just, you know, being nosy or doing something for their own benefit, when, you know, some Geminis really are doing it because they really want for everybody to be successful, you know. So that's why they can get taken advantage of, because people can use the fact that Geminis a lot of times have the hookup, they have the connections, so people kind of take advantage of that, because Geminis are super social people and they always know what's the best spot to hang out with and all that type of stuff. Geminis, you know, they're the type of people that have VIP and all that type of stuff, because they have this charm. This usually is a verbal kind of charm. They charm you with their words. So, you know, they can get taken advantage of because people may not see how much they put into, you know, their friendships and how much they want to connect everybody. Okay. And also Geminis can get caught up in being the peacekeeper and seeing all sides to, you know, situations. So they can get taken advantage of that way. You know, Geminis sometimes don't want to pick sides. They sometimes want to see things from both perspectives. So they can get kind of lost in that as well. So, okay, let's move on to Cancer. And a reason why, okay, and let me start by saying this. Cancers, I feel like, probably get taken advantage of more than, like, a lot of the other signs. Like, there's some signs that I feel like get taken advantage of more than others. And I feel like that Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, you know, and Virgo, I feel like, are signs that get taken advantage of, and Aquarius. There's some signs that I feel like, I'll probably make another video with, like, signs that most to least likely to get taken advantage of or whatever. And like Cancers, I feel like get taken advantage of a lot more than like all other signs, because Cancers, they care way too much about everything, okay? Cancers care about how you view them. Cancers care about how you feel. Cancers care. They just are extremely caring people. They care about, like, everything, you know? And so, you know, if a person always cares, they're going to get taken advantage of because people use the fact that they care so much to use them. From what I've seen, cancers can get caught up in unrequited love sometimes because sometimes cancers just want to be loved so bad that they'll pick somebody, just anybody, you know, that has like a quality that they want, and they'll love the crap out of them. But unfortunately, a lot of times the people that cancers choose to love is people that can't reciprocate that love back, or just don't give a crap enough to reciprocate that love back. Cancers are people that, I hate to say this, but cancers get into abusive relationships a lot. But cancers have this thing where they sometimes either they want to be the victim or they just end up being the victim, so they can end up in abusive relationships with people that take advantage of them, you know, because cancers are natural empaths, and a lot of times they end up in relationships with, you know, narcissists and people that drain their energy because they know that cancers have that really empathetic, caring heart, and they'll use that because they'll, you know, they'll try to guilt cancer, be like, if you love me, Cancer, you'll do this for me. And because cancer is so bent on being loved by somebody, that they'll be like, okay, I'll do it for you. They're way too trusting. Also, cancers trust people too quickly sometimes, and sometimes they make this assumption that other people have as much of a big heart as they do, and they sometimes feel like, you know, I can trust everybody. Everybody cares. Everybody has love in their heart like me, right? No, the cancers, y'all have very loving hearts, but everybody doesn't love as hard as y'all do, and that's something that cancers need to, you know, understand. I love y'all cancers, by the way. Taurus and the Cancer are super compatible, so I love y'all. Anyways, let's move on to Leo. So Leos get taken advantage of because Leos are generous to the wrong people. I've seen this with several Leos. Leos always want to take care, not necessarily take care of people, but they wanna do nice things, and they want approval so bad that people can take advantage of that because they're like, okay, Leo, she kind of acting like she wants my approval, right? So she's gonna do whatever it takes to please me so that she can get that approval, you know, because Leos, they kind of get off on having other people approve of them and having people praise them. They need a lot of praise, and they need for people to always, you know, hype them up all the time. So if they don't, you know, get that, they feel some type of way, and people can catch on to that, and they're like, okay, Leo needs all this attention, I'm going to do something and I'm going to manipulate it. So, you know, what I've seen from Leos is when somebody does Leos wrong, sometimes they have a hard time cutting those people off. Instead, they want to talk it out, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of leaves toxic people into their lives because Leos, people don't talk about this enough, but Leos really do care about people. They have a strong thing with people, you know, they always need people to be around them. They're huge extroverts sometimes, so, you know, it kind of makes it easier for them to get taken advantage of because they always need to be around people. And Leos also, you know, y'all can be real risky when it comes to getting attention. Leos, y'all will do all types of crazy stuff, even if it's super dangerous, to get attention. So that's part of the reason why y'all get taken advantage of. Virgo. So Virgos, okay. So I would say that Virgos definitely are one of these signs that are more prone to getting taken advantage of, and here's why. So Virgos have a tendency to give and give and give, without asking for anything in return. You know, Virgos are natural givers. They're natural caretakers. These are the type of people that want to be nurses. They always want to be of service to people. And Virgos give without expecting anything in return, which to me, like, man, like, it's so respectable. Like, both of my sisters are Virgos, and, you know, they just have this nature where they just want to give and give and give without really asking for anything. They just do it because they love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Virgos have a lot of love in their hearts that can kind of sometimes be overlooked. Virgos put in 100%. Like, if they say they're going to help you, they're really going to go the whole entire way to help you. And so people always, like, once a Virgo gets in the habit of helping a person, that person will expect that Virgos are always going to help them, because Virgos are always consistent with their help. You know, if they help you once, they're gonna, you know, be like, okay, I'm gonna help you again. If you need more help, I got you. Like, Virgos are always like there for you. Like, Virgos are the type of friend that you're gonna have on speed dial and be like, hey, I need you. And Virgos are definitely gonna be there. Like, they're so reliable and so dependable that, you know, they get taken advantage of because people always expect that they're gonna be there when they need them. They have a tendency to, you know, think about everybody's needs before their own. They put everybody else before themselves. Like, Virgos are like super duper, like, giving, big-hearted people, you know, and they may not always be mushy-gushy, you know, with their emotions and all that, you know, kissy-kissy affection type of stuff, but they definitely will, you know, give you all the things that you need. Like, that's the way that a Virgo shows their love, is by giving you the things that you need rather than to give you all the hugs and kisses, which is like, it's great. It's freaking great. Shout out to Virgos, by the way. I'm shouting out to all the signs that I really, really love. Virgos are like one of my favorite signs because I'm a Taurus. We're super compatible. Virgos, y'all are the freaking best. Like, don't doubt yourself, Virgo. Don't doubt it. People don't notice your effort now. They'll eventually notice it in the future. And if they've been shitting on you, they're going to regret it in the future. Trust me. So, the next sign is Libra. So, Libras can be very motherly, you know. I don't know if people will say this enough in astrology, but I've known some Libras that, you know, they're the type to want to cook and clean for you. It's just in their nature to be very motherly. Even, you know, Libra men, it can be, you know, motherly. I know that sounds kind of funny, but, you know, they want to cook for you. They want to provide for you, like Aries. They're the opposite sign of Aries, and opposite signs kind of share similar traits, but just in opposite ways. So Libras have a tendency to want to provide for you as well and take care of you. Libras, if you give to a Libra and do something kind for a Libra, they really want to give back to you because they always want things to be fair and equal. So they feel like, okay, if you gave to me, I got to give back to you, right? So Libras are very fair like that, and they feel that it's just only fair to give to people because people need help, you know. And so Libras can also be natural people pleasers. They hate when people don't like them, and they hate when, you know, like people have a bad word about them. So they'll definitely, you know, go out of their way to please people, even if they don't necessarily, you know, want to help or do something for that person. They'll do it anyways just because they feel that it's the right thing to do, and because they don't want that person to not like them. So that can definitely, you know, leave them you know, as an easy target to get taken advantage of. They want harmony, they crave harmony and balance so much that they will, you know, sweep problems under the rug and just kind of like try to act like that everything's all good when things are not. You know, they can be real pushovers, real passive, real submissive sometimes. They have strong, you know, fears of confrontation, you know. So, you know, if they don't necessarily want to do something, but somebody asks them to do it, if somebody can easily just say, you know, like, if you don't do this for me, I'm not going to like you anymore. And Libra's like, oh, no, like, you not liking me? That's the end of the world, right? So, you know, I have a Libra moon, so I can kind of feel that, you know. My Libra moon causes me to be a huge people pleaser. And just because I want to keep the peace and the harmony, and it shakes me up in a negative way, and it gives me a lot of anxiety when things are not, you know, always, you know, at a nice little ease, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Libras can get taken advantage of. Scorpio. So Scorpio, they're like the people that will be the rock underneath the surface. Like, people won't notice how much effort a Scorpio is really putting into something. I put down hidden support. Solid support system that goes unnoticed. Yeah, so Scorpios, they're the behind the scenes type of lover, the behind the scenes helper. You know, they'll do stuff for you without making a big scene about it. You know, if you come to them and you need help, they're going to give you help without bragging about themselves and be like, look, I helped you. They're just going to help you because they care. Scorpios are very sensitive, and they have, you know, very caring. They can be very caring people, and they'll literally like give their whole freaking soul for you if they feel that you deserve it. I wrote down that Scorpios crave love of the deepest kind and will fight like hell for their lover. So Scorpios are extremely deep people, so they want love. Like, they want the deepest kind of love they can possibly get, and they will literally do whatever it takes to get that love from the person that they desire. So that also makes them easy to get taken advantage of, especially if they love a particular person. That person can take advantage of the fact that, wow, like, this person loves me so much, and they have this deep love for me that they will literally do anything for me. Ha 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 ha. Let me use that to my advantage, you know. Scorpios also, they won't open up. They won't tell you that you hurt them out of fear of seeming weak. Scorpios have a fear of just seeming weak for some reason. They don't like to also be controlled. And so, you know, they won't let you know that you took advantage of them. They won't let you know that you hurt them because they don't want to open up about how soft and vulnerable they feel. Okay, so Sagittarius, they seem so happy-go-lucky that you wouldn't expect for them to mind doing certain things for you. They just seem like, okay, if you ask Sagittarius, hey, Sag, can you help me lift this heavy box? Sag, you'd be like, okay, sure. you know, and they don't really mind helping you because they're super cheerful and happy, and you know they kind of bury their more you know, serious emotions and feelings, because Sagittarius is, they always want to keep moving forward and be kind of hyper and fun and adventure, and it's just boring to them to, you know, get in touch with those feelings. So they'll keep doing nice stuff for you, and they'll ignore the fact that they feel that so and so keeps asking me to do this and I'm not really cool with it, but I don't want to be negative, so I'm just gonna sweep it under the rug. You know, that's Sagittarius, because they're so sweet, you know, and they're so happy and cheerful and childlike that it just stresses them out to really kind of open up about that kind of stuff. Sagittarius can be kind of nonchalant about the whole thing. They act like it's all good, you know, just to avoid the seriousness of their deeper emotions and, you know, their hurt feelings. They'll avoid their hurt feelings at all costs. And, you know, Sagittarius can sometimes care too much when people think about them. So yeah, that's why they get taken advantage of. Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, y'all can, you know, kind of obsess over making sure that everybody feels comfortable and that everybody feels secure, because y'all want so badly for just one person, at least one person on this planet, to make sure that y'all feel secure and comfortable. Okay, so y'all will go out of y'all way to make sure that everybody in the room feels comfortable and feels okay. Like, I've seen it with Capricorn friends. They literally will do the most to make sure that everybody feels good. And it can definitely, of course, make people want to take advantage of them. People expect for Capricorn to care so much. And also Capricorn, like Geminis, are great listeners. They will, you know, they will help you and forget to help themselves. I'm reading off my little list right here. You know, they like to give advice, but they also don't take their advice. Capricorn is the type of friend that you can go to for advice, but like all this great wise advice that they're giving you, they are not taking themselves at all. You know, you'll be like, wow, Capricorn is really smart. Like, I took her advice and I'm living my best life now. But then when you go visit Capricorn's life, they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? Because they're taking care of everybody and they want to make sure that everybody feels good. And then they neglect themselves. They haven't taken care of themselves. And Capricorns more often than not have this deep insecurity inside of themselves that they don't talk about, and they don't open up, you know, because they don't trust people, you know, and for good reason, because people always take advantage of them. You know, Capricorns definitely can get taken advantage of because they care so freaking much about people. You know, they're just natural caregivers because they're earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earth signs are natural caregivers. So yeah, Capricorn, they're very private and they won't tell you how are they feeling. So go check on your Capricorn friend. Like, that's one thing I feel I have to say with Capricorns. Check on your Capricorn friend, because Capricorns be struggling a lot more than y'all will ever realize. They always have this really strong facade, but they be struggling. So check on your Capricorn friend, please. So Aquarius, I definitely feel like are prone to getting taken advantage of, because Aquariuses have this really strong, caring, loyal nature. Aquariuses are a little different than a lot of other signs. You know, Aquarius, they wants to save the whole world, while these other signs are stressing about their personal relationships, you know, like their boyfriend and their girlfriend, their siblings. Aquarius literally wants to help people all the way in another country. You know what I'm saying? So they want to save not only people in their personal life, but they also want to save the people all the way across the country. They want to save the world, and they will ignore their own personal problems to focus on the betterment of society. In my opinion, you know, from my experience, Aquarius is one of the most loyal signs in the zodiac. Okay, they will literally stick by your side until the end of time. They have a problem saying no sometimes, just because they feel that they want to always do the right thing, and they care a lot about human beings. Just the well-being of human beings is just extremely important to them, and they have this natural kind of inclination to feel that it's their duty to take care of everybody, to, you know, leave their mark in society and kind of heal the entire world. They want to be, you know, in the public eye so they can help people, you know, and they'll major in stuff like communication and, you know, stuff that can just help people, help children. Aquariuses love to help children, and they want to help the homeless animals, you know, and stuff like that. You know, they just are really, really caring, you know, people. And a lot of Aquariuses will end up being like vegan. So yeah, Aquariuses definitely get taken advantage of a lot, because they will stick by your side no matter how bad you treat them. Aquariuses understand the human psyche and why people do things, and they're very understanding towards that. So they'll give you a second chance. They'll give you chance after chance after chance after chance. Okay, they care about everybody in their environment and beyond. The last sign of the zodiac Pisces. So Pisces is very soft-hearted and easily wounded, okay? And that's why they get taken advantage of very easily. Pisces probably get taken advantage of easier than a lot of other signs because they care a lot about how other people feel. They have a strong empathy and they can feel other people's pain, and sometimes they don't even they could just literally like take on somebody else's heart and soul and energy and put it into themselves, not on purpose. Sometimes they can just naturally walk into a room and be able to tell that somebody's not doing okay. They just pick up on energy like that. They pick up on energy like that very quickly, and they want to help people, and sometimes they forget, like, hold on, Pisces, hold on, you need to take care of yourself, because that's dangerous. Adopting other people's feelings and emotions like that, it can be kind of dangerous, especially if you don't even know that it's not even your own feelings. Pisces are kind of like chameleons when it comes to emotion and feeling. So they'll feel what you feel, and sometimes they don't even know that it's not how they feel. You know, Pisces are very flexible and very adaptable to situations. And when they step into an environment, whatever the vibe is in the room, Pisces picks up on that vibe and they immediately adopt that vibe. You know, so Pisces can end up getting really confused a lot because of their superpowers that they're not even aware that they have. Pisces can also get caught up in modifying themselves to please their partner and to be the ideal man and the ideal woman for their partner, because Pisces are strong idealists and they feel that they need to be the best of the best for their partner specifically. They're super dreamy and super duper imaginative. Like, Pisces are also very gullible, and they can be easy to manipulate, so that's why they can get taken advantage of, because they're gullible. They just believe Pisces believes in fairy tales.